Hey, it's Jessica. Today I want to talk to you about the top 4 direct mail filter presets that will help you generate inbound leads in your account. So we have an awesome direct mail feature, and so I want to take a little bit of time to talk to you about on the records page how to sift through your records and have 4 filter presets to help you generate and reach out and market to those prospects that you have not reached yet. So let's go ahead and open our filter presets. I'm going to click View Presets and load some that I've already created. I've created a direct mail filter folder, and then I've also created, we're going to cover these first 4 filter presets in this initial video. So these are focused on reaching property owners that you have not reached yet and trying to generate those inbound calls. If you need help creating a folder, knowing how to save filter presets, which is just a pre-saved set of filter criteria so that you don't have to manually filter by those things every time, we will link a video in this article that shows you how to save a filter preset, how to save a folder. All right, so let's jump right in. Our very first filter preset to help you generate inbound leads is a skipped no numbers. We want to send mail to these records. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit in this parameters and others filter block. This is the most important one for this filter. We are going to select numbers no, meaning we don't have phone numbers, but skip traced is yes. So we skip traced it and did not get numbers. I also am going to go ahead and select vacant mailing. As you hopefully know, when you upload records into Sift and then once a month after that, we automatically check for both mailing address vacancy and property address vacancy. We compare that to the USPS, and if they've marked it as vacant, we also mark it as vacant. So we want to exclude vacant mailing address because those are not good candidates for mail. And then I'm also going to not include any property statuses. This is just so I can make sure that if a record is already in some other process, it's already a lead, it's already not interested, it's already been closed, I'm not sending it mail in this process. I'm also going to choose direct mail attempts 0. So these are the ones that I've never mailed before. And then last mail status, if you send mail through us, we will automatically update the last mail status once mail is being processed, it's en route, it's returned, it's undeliverable, it's delivered, right? So we want to not include returned and undeliverable so that we don't continue to send mail to those statuses. All right, so that is skipped, no numbers, send mail. And so you want to begin mailing. So people will apply this once a week, for example, once a month, for example, and send mail to any records that they've skip traced twice or skip traced and didn't get numbers for. All right, next set that can be really good to send direct mail to would be you got numbers, you've done your marketing, but you didn't get in contact after a set number of marketing attempts. Let's go ahead and apply this one. So I'm still going to not include any property statuses for the same reason. 0, I'm ready to send mail. I haven't sent mail to these yet. And then I'm going to combine some other kind of marketing. In this case, I'm saying I've called it 5 times and I've texted it 3 times, but I don't have a status like a lead or not interested, so I haven't gotten contact. You can change up whatever this is for you. So tailor this to your marketing. You know, maybe you do 6 call attempts and you don't text. Maybe you only text. So you'll change up these attempts to match what works for you and what kind of marketing you do. We're still going to say don't include return to undeliverable in the last mail status. And then for this one, we'll still do vacant mailing is no, but we do not have numbers or skip trace filters here because these are people that we do have numbers for. We know that because we've called and texted them. All right, so you would apply this filter to find those records that you have, done marketing attempts, the maximum number of marketing attempts you would like to do, but you have not gotten contact and you want to send mail. You could apply this one once a week or once a month as discussed with the last filter. Lastly, this last one, number 3, is the last one for initial attempts I'm going to go over today. So it's no good numbers, send mail. So this would be people that you skip traced, you got numbers for, you did some marketing on, but every single number you have for these records is either wrong, DNC, or dead. So maybe you have 3 phone numbers and they're all dead, or 2 of them are wrong numbers and 1 of them is dead. You don't have any more numbers on that record to dial. So this would be a good candidate for mail. So I'm going to go to phone status combination. I'm going to say all phones are wrong, wrong DNC, dead, or DNC. I'm still going to not include property status. Direct mail attempts are at 0. I'm not going to include those two mail statuses of returned and undeliverable, and vacant mailing is no. So the biggest difference with this one is we're looking at records where all the numbers are wrong, dead, or DNC. All right, so those first 3 filters are to target people that you have not, or properties that you have not mailed the owner yet, and you have not gotten contact with the owner. So like your initial attempt at mail. So you'll apply these filters. A lot of people will do once a week, for example, send out the first mail attempt once a week. Then if you want to continue to mail those who you don't get inbound calls from. So what we can do is create a monthly mail rehash. We can apply this monthly mail rehash once a month and mail anything that it's been more than a month since I mailed and I have not got in contact with the property owner. I have not got an inbound call from the property owner. So I'm going to apply that. Property status, we're still do not including all of them. For direct mail attempts, I'm saying I have at least 1 attempt and I'm leaving the max blank for now. So I'm saying if it has 1 or more, kind of unlimited. If you want to limit how many mail attempts you want to send in this monthly rehash, you can set a max of 6 or set a max of 12. And when you apply this filter, you will only see records that you've mailed between 1 and 6 times or 1 and 12 times, for example. Then we have our last direct mail date. This is where I'm going to say I only want to see records in this filter that it's been at least a month since I mailed. So to do that, I'm going to go to the date filter here. I chose last mailed. Just direct mailed as the filter, and then I'm going to open the calendar and I'm going to choose the prior to date option on the calendar. And the most important part of this is you're saying it's been prior to a month, so more than a month ago. And then you have to pick a date of amount of time here. I chose 100 months just as a long amount of time. So basically I'm saying if I've sent mail, it's the last time I sent mail was a month or longer ago, up to 100 months ago, I want to send another piece. Really, I'm just wanting to say anything that's been more than a month since I've mailed it. I'm still going to not include those returned and undeliverable mail pieces. I'm excluding them from my filter, and then vacant mailing is no. And so if I apply this, this would be anything that I've mailed. I still don't have a property status for. I've mailed it twice. Let's see, how many times have I mailed it? I mailed it 3 times, haven't gotten contact with the owner, hasn't changed property status, and I want to send it for its next mail attempt. All right, that is our top filter presets for reaching out to owners that you have not gotten contact with and that you're wanting to send mail to generate those inbound leads. So we covered these first 4 filter presets. There will be a second video where I talk about mailing leads and mailing not interested property owners. So stick around, there'll be a link in this article or it may be a second video in the same article. But if you want more information about mailing leads or mailing not interested, definitely check out that second video. All right, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, reach out to us anytime and we'll be glad to assist however we can.